Hey Gemini, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for April 24th, 2023. This is for Gemini. Gemini, should this video cut off due to time constraints on certain platforms, just know that we always upload the extended on YouTube. Typically, we upload there first, so if you like, share, and subscribe, they will notify you of when. All right, and the link for that is on my page, and this is your last shuffle. So we have peace that flips out. This looks like Taurus energy a little, so you could be dealing with, or you could be a Taurus Gemini cusp. All right, so peace, conflict, and courage. It would take a lot of courage in any situation to maintain peace or to continue to have this intention, right? It may be difficult, and I say that only because if there's a conflict and that you have to have courage to be at peace or to extend an olive branch or anything like that, then the situation may be quite annoying. Very much so. And you may be, because in order to just have that consciously, that conscious effort, it may be quite annoying. It may be very difficult. This may be pet peeve energy. Let's see what fell. Okay, and yeah, this may be definitely pet peeve energy. You may be very impatient, and so that it would require patience. Like someone's missing something, and you have no choice but to sit and wait, because it's like, and it's a repetitive issue. It may be something like, a great example of this would be like going through a drive-through, and it's like, this place is always freaking slow. They never get it together. They always get my order wrong, and it's like all of a sudden you feel like losing it on them. Can you get it together for once? Or it may not even be that. It may be that they're not necessarily always like that, but judgment would say that they are. And you have to wait, and you need to move, you need to go, and Spirit is like, well, try to be that person that is like, you know what? Since I have to sit here, I'm going to be the light. I'm going to be gentle. I'm going to be kind, and that will motivate them to move a little faster because they are like, well, at least Gemini is understanding, and that person made me feel so much better about life and cleared my head, kind of thing. So either way, the conflict is you're super disappointed. You need something, you want something, okay? And it's like, what the fudge? Can they please hurry up? And it may be a new problem, but it's the same old problem over and over. Like this time, instead of you ordering something and they go, they're like, oh, they're slow anyway, but now they're even slower because guess what? The machine broke right when you pulled up. And so this is something like that, right? So the conflict is Ace of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Eight of Cups. You want to leave. You want to go. You may want to leave something, go somewhere else because you are so disappointed. You are so downtrodden. And it's like, why do I keep spending time or spending money in this place? This is always, it's always disappointing. But the peace comes from the Four of Cups, Two of Swords, Five of Wands, Three of Wands, Judgment. They're telling you to that you're going to be successful. Like, not to worry, that everything is still going to come together, right? But there's some decisions to make, right? If it's like they're saying, if you have no choice in this moment, like we were speaking of, you have no choice. You want something, it requires patience, and that may be something you are struggling with today. Patience. Because I'm seeing you have to have courage to be the peaceful one. Okay, so courage is Seven of Wands in the Tower. Instead of being combative, it's like stand your ground, right? Instead of being like, get the hints. It's like you could be, you could essentially reject success if you are defensive. It's almost like you got to be the light you want to have in your life. You got to be the hero that you need. You got to be, be the change you want to see in your situation, because they're saying that there's going to be a beautiful inspiration or a very huge successful moment for you, but it's going to be a challenge, man. It's going to be a challenge today, which means your pet peeves, every single one of them are going to be stepped on. Isn't that just typical of retrograde energy? Mercury retrograde is not terrible at all, but it's always a shedding of old skin or a shedding of unnecessary energy, which could be your attitude. It could be mechanical issues that it's like it was good. It was on the verge of being on the fritz, and now it's really going to go kaput. and they're doing it on purpose so that you fix it for once and for all kind of thing, or just old habits or whatever it is. It's like it's shedding that. But most people don't like Mercury retrogrades because it changes things up and it shakes things up, right? But you have professional assistance with the Magician and Nine of Cups. What you want is going to happen to you. Someone, if it's a professional assistance, it's like they're even telling you, you've got to be that professional. Like, you got to believe in yourself and sort of shine that light on the people. So like with the example of the drive-through, it's like, you got it. Just go and make sure the sandwich is good. Go make sure my drink is there. I'm sure you could, you might have to be the one to tell them if the machine is broke, then all you need to do is XYZ. But believing that this requires a lot of self-confidence. So there may be someone in your space, even with professional assistance, that is instilling self-confidence in you, letting you know that but you're good. You don't have to, it's not necessary to be XYZ. You still, if that's something that you want, you got to stand your ground. You got to stand for it, because sometimes spirit just tests you to see, is this really what you want? We're going to slow it down and see if you still stand here. Because, some people say, I want this, but then they'll settle for less because they are impatient. And spirit wants to know, do you really, really want this? You need to exude an energy of patience as you see, because they're saying this is a second look here. They're giving you a chance. Like, do they really want this? Let's give them a chance. Let's give them a second look, a second go. We're going to dangle it in your face, and we're going to put it behind our back and see if you still want this. Because that's what this represents too, second chances. Loss with the Four of Swords and the Two of Cups. There's an event that's going to occur where you're going to lose your freaking happy thoughts. Or you may lose patience. It's like it's so much harder for you to be in that meditative state, very calm, zen. It's going to be very difficult, and especially as it pertains to like relationships, people, especially your romantic relationships. You may be very annoyed, like, didn't I tell you to hang this towel up? Like, every time I come in here, your shoes and socks are right here, and you may be losing your patience. Spirit is asking you, for the love of all that is holy, do not lose your happy thoughts or your patience today. Keep it together, because your success depends on you keeping your happy thoughts and being patient. Okay? I mean, absolutely depends on it. So, unfortunately, right? Because they're showing a Gemini that is not in the mood, but you're going to have to force the mood so that you can get what you want out of the situation. Okay? So you could be dealing with an Aries or a Scorpio. And those are the main signs that are here. It doesn't have to be that, right? Those signs could be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.